And we're live.
And welcome to Dice Off, our Twitch channel. He's ready.
Might be a bit loud.
Static.
It's almost like we attempted to do that on purpose.
Did we?
Not quite.
That was like perfect timing.
It was pretty cool though. All right.
Just gives the idea we need one.
So this is our Twitch channel where we get together and play tabletop role-playing games. The one we're playing right now is called Age of Adventure. And I take on the role of the storyteller, and it is my job to create an interesting story / kill all of these people in the most amazing and ingenious ways possible. And it is their job to attempt to survive, win loot, and either save or destroy the world. Their choice. So, let us first begin by introducing the characters. Tell us your name, something about your character, let's say a quest you would like to solve or do, or just something in general that you want done. Either it has to do with, like you could mention a quest that is of particular interest to you in this campaign, or just something your character's interested in. So let's begin with Scott.
All right. My name is Obadiah. I'm a scholar, a human, and an alchemist. And one of the quests that I would really like to accomplish is helping Goldblast open an adamantium door via death ray or massive explosion.
Nice, nice. Andrew?
I'm Clestis, the former dwarf paladin knight now, I guess. And my main quest right now is to make my religion the Trolsha Clestis the main religion in this realm.
Nice, nice.
Yes.
I like it.
All right, Kevin.
I am Dayon, the human gunslinger. And what I would like to do is make lots of money being a gun for hire and ridding the world of demons by making money. For a price, of course.
True, true. I mean, if you have to rid the world of something, it might as well be demons, and you might as well get paid for it.
If you're good at something, never do it for free.
True. Spencer, good advice for all of us.
Exactly.
Name's Piff. I've been working on this really cool invention, and my quest is to get it mainstream. I want everyone and their kids to have a canoe that can also go on land.
A land canoe.
Yeah, and maybe fly.
That's the upgrade.
Yeah, soon. I'm
For
working on
those that are going to pay the extra
Yeah.
premium price.
For the rich people, you know.
Paladin wings.
The paladin wings.
I'm just testing with those, you know, getting the theory going, you know.
All right. So, last week, what happened was the party began the adventure by overhearing two farmers complaining about losing out on profits from selling a mysterious black box. After clandestinely obtaining the location and the time of this meeting, the party brought the box in hopes of making a sale. Unfortunately, the sale was to an undead creature and his undead followers. And so it really wasn't so much of a sale as it was a harrowing battle in which the undead just wouldn't die, if you remember that.
Definitely true.
But in the end, Blade and Bullet did effectively put them all to rest. Grendel and Timothea then decided to leave the party and search for the door of Inishtaru. However, before departing, Timothea discovered that the excommunicated and still at-large bishop had sent Thornak, the paladin, to the dungeon of the Duke of Shoreside, supposedly in an attempt to avoid him from being questioned by the Inquisitors, and thereby alerting them to the location of the door of Inishtaru. So, one of your requests was to, if you can, attempt to locate this paladin, or either bring him back or find out what happened to him. Meanwhile, Duant located an individual named Rufus, who was a mysterious man who owned a seedy establishment, which Duant felt quite at home at, and Obadiah was able to scam a bunch of money from those at the poker table.
Actually, quite a bit of money.
And Rufus was interested in purchasing this mysterious black box, and at a steep price. So after selling the box to Rufus, the party then stole the box back, but not before Rufus had communicated its location to some mysterious and strange power. So, Tabotia and Grendel are now heading eastward towards Eastcliff in search of the Door of Nishtru, while the rest of the party, now joined by Clestis, is heading south towards Shoreside in an attempt to save the Paladin and locate the mysterious pink Hell Terror crystal. Alright, so at this point, what would you like to be doing?
Oh, am I sober yet?
Yes, it is the next
Let's see
morning.
here. I had just teleported into the cathedral, I believe.
Yeah, he said the next morning he teleported out, and that's where we ended. I think we were being chased.
Oh. And I fear our.
I'm gonna run around to the inn and gather up our party.
I imagine Duant had the bag that had the mysterious item that we never got last time.
Yeah, did he
Oh,
pull any
oh,
item out of the
oh.
bag?
That is true, that is true. In fact, this is how it kind of works. The next morning,
So they're not looking for us. We were able to hide in the inn just fine.
you were able to hide in the inn and then depart early the next morning. So you're on the road, and while on the road, you decide that it is time to take a look at this mysterious magical sack. So 3 of you crowd around, and you each peer into the sack all at the same time. Now the interesting thing about this magical sack is that as each one of you peers into the bag, you see a different item. Each of you feels kind of compelled to grab the item, and whoever grabs the item first will gain the item. Now, let me tell you what you see. First, Dayon, you look into it, and you see what appears to be a robe, and this robe has a bunch of magical pockets surrounding it, and you have this feeling that if you were to wear this robe, you would have access to a whole bunch of extra item slots. Yes. Obadiah, you look into the pouch, and you see what is commonly referred to as an alchemy jug. It is basically a jug that can pour out chemical components for almost an unlimited amount. And occasionally it can pour out alchemy shards.
I'm grabbing as fast as I can.
No, how it works is you roll a dice 10 and you end up getting whatever you get for chemistry components. If you roll a 1, it is destroyed. So it does eventually run out.
Don't even care.
Let's see, the last one.
Probably Duant, because it was his bird.
Duant has left in an attempt to hide your trail from
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Pretty good idea.
He has a bigger
Yeah, he
target
is
than the rest
stealthy
of us.
like. He might have lovers coming after him, so
He clearly does.
we better be careful. I don't want him around me not tracking any of that.
That
Those
weirdo.
lovers over here.
That's a good mission. I agree indubitably. Yes, he should definitely distract the horde of lovers coming after him.
So Duan did leave the sack in your possession as he went off. And of course, you guys, seeing him gone, decide it's time to peek.
Yeah, it's
So
time
you
to
look
open
in,
stuff.
I mean, why would we wait for him?
and what you see, now how you get this, it's a magical ring of sorts, and somehow the magic of the bag kind of instructs you on the powers of this ring. You're not sure how you know what it does, but you just know what this ring does. And the ring is commonly called, what is it called here? The Ring of Wicked Awesomeness. Is what it's
Whoa,
called.
that's a good name.
That sounds pretty
A
good.
ring named like that's got to be pretty awesome.
Now, how it works is anytime you make a roll and you don't like the roll, you get to re-roll with a dice 20 and take the higher of the two.
What?
I look for that. I reach in my whole body.
You just dive in. Now the downside, there's a downside to this ring. This ring happens to be slightly cursed. You
Which
can't
one?
take it off. Slightly
one?
cursed. It's just a slight
Yeah,
curse.
who
You
wants to
can't
take
take it
that
off
off?
once you put it on. Why would you want to take it
Yeah.
off?
Doesn't make sense.
Anytime you use it, the character who is wearing it will roll vitality and take that roll as ritual damage.
Oh, that's.
Ooh.
I could get rid of that.
Oh. I'm not so enticed by this ring.
Hey, as
anymore.
long as I have a good stock of holy waddle, it's fine.
So whoever wants this particular item will need to roll their athletics to see if they can grab it first.
Do we have? If we want to not reach in,
If you want to not reach in, you can choose not to.
okay, I just don't reach in. I'll let these guys fight over it.
Oh, does this would affect the slow rule now too? Yeah.
Was that?
Would this would be effective if I had the slow rule?
Technically, yes. So you'll have to roll twice and take the lowest.
Four. You
Four.
lost. Oh wait.
Got the dice off. Nope, I already lost.
Scott got it.
So, seeing the alchemy jug, Obadiah just stiff arms Dagon, grabs it out quick. It's like, it is mine. So you now have an alchemy jug. It can be used once per day. And you roll dice 10. You gain one chemical component per number rolled.
Per number roll.
Per number rolled. If a 10 is rolled rather than chemical components, you get an alchemy shard. If a 1 is rolled, you gain the one chemical component and the magic dissipates.
Don't roll one.
Don't roll a 1.
Full stop.
I'm gonna be really mad at you if you roll one because you keep buying all the chemical components.
I hope I don't roll ones
that's
anytime
right, chemical
soon.
components
Yeah,
too.
everybody here needs chemical components, so that's
Yeah.
pretty important for you to not roll one.
Actually, chemical components are super important for me because I can use them as mage components.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's for everyone here.
And your mage components give you like unlimited movement and armor and everything,
Yeah.
correct? So you really want the chemical
Yes,
components.
I do.
Eventually you're gonna run out of space in your backpack.
I'm
then you'll
already
have to
out of
give
space
some-
in my backpack.
Buy more duffel bags.
Or
I'm
you
gonna
can give
have
some of them
to.
chemical components if you want.
I just,
Before
We can
we,
just store the
before we
extras
start
in the canoe.
our adventure, I would like to burn one chemical component to send this evil black box to the ether.
Okay. Evil black box sent to the magical ether.
So it's in my ether storage. So it's not on my body. So if I get knocked out, they can't access it.
hey,
They're just-
since I wasn't with the party last round, can I get like crafting rolls or something?
Unfortunately no.
Completely out of holy consumables.
Alright, I'll give you let's see. You guys really were only gone for one day, so I'll give you 1 day's worth.
Oh boy.
What are you gonna roll?
I'm gonna try to craft some anointing oil.
Anointing oil.
Let's see, dice 8.
So I'll give you the 2 crafting rolls, one for morning, one for night.
Okay, 4,
7.
3.
6.
You need to get something to re-roll those.
Is there anything that lets you reroll?
Yeah, if you was by me, you could use power tools to re-roll his holy symbol crafting. Just takes a jackhammer to it. Just give me some anointing oil.
Nice.
He's drilling for
Nice.
oil. Anointing oil.
Alright. So it is while you are trying to wrestle over this bag and poor Dayon gets stiff-armed, that Clestis finds you.
Oh, hey, Pope. How you doing?
Not bad.
You get done converting all the people in the last town now?
Yeah, I think I have a decent following there
Oh,
now.
good. None of them rose above me, did they?
No,
Oh,
no.
good. Because I got one rule in this church. I'm number 2.
Alright, do you begin heading south, or do you want to delay any longer?
I suppose there's no reason for delay.
Is there any thick hide in town to purchase?
I think we're already on the road.
You could go back.
No. We don't. If we're already on the road, let's go.
Yeah.
You're
I
just
don't know.
outside of town.
Nah, screw it. It's
I
not that
just-
important.
I stiff arm Scott so he falls into the canoe and start walking.
Nice. I will
All
set
right.
the canoe and craft.
Who wants to lead? Now, keep in mind, you are walking along this path. here,
In
so
leader, man. Oh, I've double data jack out. Something smart. Like,
it's this is a well-traveled path.
yeah, not too worried.
I'll be number 2.
Occasionally, you pass by people heading north or south. Most of them are traveling with carts being pulled by either oxen or horses.
You know, those are good. Maybe I should invest in one of those. 'Cause then I wouldn't have to carry you all the time.
You can purchase from you.
Well, I could get a bull and sit on top of that, and then I wouldn't even have to carry you, and he would carry you.
Right, here's going to be the canoe. He's going to be laying in it, working on his crafting. Who's in front?
Either me or Duan, I believe.
Damn.
Yeah, God, I always get those confused.
Do you, Dan, where do you want to be first?
I'll be right behind the canoe.
Right behind the canoe. Clestus, do you want to be first or last?
I'll be last.
I have all my weapons sheathed, and I'm walking out with my data jack so I can be smart like.
Wait, if they are Clestus.
Dude, sometime I'm gonna find an enemy bot, and I'm just gonna double data jack it and hack the shit out of that. I thought one data jack was good at hacking.
Just like see a Furblog walking with Data Jackson.
Exactly.
So smart right
I'm
now.
so smart.
All right.
It's like USBs essentially. 2 USB sticks out. Just
I know everything. I know everything. I'm just so wired right now.
You enter into a small grove. It's so small that you can see through to the other side. And it is approximately mid-morning. You've been walking for several hours, heading south along the path. You have encountered quite a few groups of travelers heading north, bringing carts full of miscellaneous goods to the large trade market at Wallendale.
Am I classified as a miscellaneous good in the canoe?
yes.
Are
You are
you
my
for
goods.
sale?
Services.
I will sell him.
Yeah, my
Yes.
services are for sale. Yes, I'll let Pip
I'll
negotiate.
sell
What kind
him.
of services?
What kind of specify?
Alchemy services.
Oh.
And other services.
That's like, we're gonna have to like build like a cover around the canoe and everything, you know?
Others billed as charged.
And now, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Everybody that walks by, I'm like, get your alchemy stuff here, get your alchemy stuff, trying to sell you.
All right. Make a dodge roll.
It's not
Sure.
me.
Right, just purchase a satchel now and all of a sudden have to make a roll.
Nice
God,
first
that-
roll, that's great. That's even better.
Oh, that's great. 1.
Got a 1 and a 2.
Oh boy.
I'm
Do
not
you have
liking
armor?
this. Yes.
That's about to be broken.
5. Damn it.
Oh, that's a lot.
Takes 3.
Yeah,
3?
2 damage. Don't
2
you?
damage. You hear a followed by a thump as an arrow is shot from behind one of these trees, and it lodges itself right into your thigh. Blood starts pouring down. You're like, ah! You
An arrow to the
recognize
knee.
immediately that this
Your
arrow
adventure
is
days are over.
is an old, low quality orc quarrel. And moments after,
Goblins.
I wish I had a real strong canoe because I kind of feel like using it as a human shield. Just dump you out and grab it and start
dump you out.
covering myself. Well, I think it might put holes in my canoe.
The things I'll be concentrating on for today are going to be Eldritch Orb and Animate Object.
Eldritch Orb and animate up.
Yeah.
Alright.
Same as yesterday, I think.
Now, from behind several trees and a group of bushes, you hear a goblin voice saying, "No, why'd you do that?
that far? You were supposed to warn them, not hit them.
And another goblin voice says,
I didn't try to hit him. I guess I'm better than I thought.
followed by a
Boom of a
Sing!
cannon.
and shortly thereafter, the second voice screams out in pain. And Goblin peers its eyes out from behind the trees, and it starts walking up. A bloodied sword is in its hand, and it says,
You all! I'm Burp! The Burp Goblin! I work for Redface, and you work for him. That means you work for me, and he sent me to tell you that you need to get his crystal. You
Wait,
need it now.
if you work for him and we work for him, won't we be like on the same level? I think you need to go get the crystal.
Pip's logic
Alright.
is undeniable.
roll cunning. He's got the
Double
two
data
jacks!
Five!
5?
Wait, I think I can use data
Goblin
jacks
have to
outside of
tell
combat
it.
too.
He stops for a moment and looks up into the clouds, starting to scratch his head.
Okay, I'll let him know. I'll let him know, but just remember that
What?
we are watching you.
Oh, we're watching you right now too.
Yes, you are, and that's why you are on the same level as us.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Neither of us can't see the other one.
But there will be more warnings if you don't get the crystal
Theological
soon.
conversation.
Yeah, you better get it quick too.
Alright, let's make another cunning roll.
I can, data jacks says consume one fuel to reroll at +1.
I don't think you can consume fuel.
I have a
outside.
fuel tank.
Outside of combat, probably not.
You can't fire up as an
Wait,
agent.
wait,
Well, I have an actual fuel tank. Like, a consumable I crafted the
If
tank.
you burn a consumable, you can use it.
Alright, I use it. I'm real convincing, like. Hey,
Oh, jeez.
maybe you should lead our distraction. We'll work together.
You've got a good point. I don't know how we'll get there, but we'll find you.
Alright, good. You're our backup. We're the main force, you're the secondary force.
That's why Redface is using you.
Yeah.
You've got the brains.
I know. I got two of them, and then I pull up Gronk's skull. Mom and Gronk's. That's why I'm so smart, like.
You're lucky you've got such a smart leader.
You're lucky I haven't shot you with a cannon.
He kind of looks at you.
Just remember you've been warned.
And he runs back into the trees.
Alright, I think I got us some backup. I don't know how that worked. That guy's pretty
You think
dumb.
like the good elves and humans would give us backup, but no, we're siding with
No.
goblins.
Well, I mean, we're already working with them. We might as well use them as backup, too.
I mean,
We are working with them.
So are we going to shoreside right now?
Yeah.
You are heading south towards shoreside.
Okay.
Well, apparently do I will not be here to give him the fist.
Yeah, no.
Oh, that's gonna be quite
I
unfortunate.
think he said he's gonna go give him the fist before we get there.
Oh, well.
He's like, we're gonna get there and he's already gonna be fisted.
He's gonna be fisting the guy in his process over there.
all right,
Pretty sure that's what he told
Good
me.
now.
Okay.
onward.
Onward
Shoreside.
to shoreside.
That was a hell of a waste of a fuel.
No, it wasn't.
No.
Totally worth.
Takes like 3 crafting checks to get one of those.
And use it on
Just
Well,
use
well
it
used.
convincing someone.
Well used.
All right. You enter into shoreside. It is evening. The sun is just starting to go down. Let me tell you a little bit about shoreside. It's a larger city that is, it's really a new city built upon an older fishing village. The old buildings and the seedy establishments are all located down by the docks. A lot of trade ships travel upriver from Oldheim, which is the capital city of where the Baker King resides, and Freeport, which is Freeport is the southernmost city, human city that operates independently to the Baker's kingdom. The newer buildings of the city, the newer buildings here of Shoreside, were fashioned more recently by the wealthy landowners that now occupy the nearby farmland, which stretches for miles and miles in all directions, north and east of Shoreside. The Hawk River and the Elven Alianda meet just north of Shoreside, forming a series of rapids that are too difficult for ships to traverse. If you remember when you were riding down the Alianda in the canoes the first time, you had to make the decision whether to go north back to Wayton or south down to Shoreside, and because of the rapids, you chose to go north. Let's see, forming a series, let's see. So these rapids are actually so difficult that ships cannot traverse them very effectively. And so Shoreside is the northernmost area of the human lands that can be reached from the ocean. Combine this with the well-paved road that you are currently on that travels straight from Shoreside to Wallendale, which remember is the trade center, will result in basically a great deal of trade goods traveling in and out of the ports of Shoreside. Now, you know there's two inns in Shoreside. One is known as the Mansion, and the other is known as the Sailor's Bliss.
Sailor's Bliss. That's an easy decision.
Yeah, sounds like the most finest of establishments.
As you enter into town, I should remind you, you have been wandering for the last couple hours through farmland after rolling farmland, so it's fields on all sides of you. And occasionally you see the farmers working the fields with their ox carts, with the plows. And as you are getting closer and closer to the town, there's more and more buildings. And eventually, once you enter town, the nice buildings are again on the outskirts of town. And right in the center of the city is a large hill upon which rests the fortress of Shoreside. This is the place where the Duke of Shoreside resides. There's a very large wall, maybe about 30 feet of stone, completely surrounding the inner keep. And again, it's on top of a large hill, so there's no buildings in any direction to it. It'd be not impossible, but difficult to approach it without being seen.
Oh, do we want to wait or not? Or are we gonna do this tonight?
Oh, so if we wait night.
Yeah.
We can just do it tonight.
Well, I mean, we could, but I got like a business idea that I think might work out. We might make what really go. Oh, is anybody real like smart with stuff?
It depends on what.
Like, if I start showing some stuff off, you gotta like hype me up. You my hype man, you know. I say something, you say it 10 times better and smarter. For sure, smarter.
That sounds like a Clestis role to me.
I'm just saying, I need somebody who's like, you know, thinking about stuff.
Yeah, maybe that's not a Clestis thing.
Yeah.
I want to go make purchases.
Okay.
That's what I want.
I'll travel with Pip since I'm already in the canoe.
Wait,
I have no choice.
Can I set the bag on the streets?
I think we go to the inn tonight, we do it tomorrow, and then tomorrow night we break in.
Perfect.
And then in the inn, I'm gonna look for somebody who looks like he could sell stuff well. Like
Okay.
me.
Good seller.
Yeah.
Sounds like a good idea.
I want to hire somebody.
All right, you're going to the inn. You're going.
I want to go make some purchases.
What do you want to purchase?
A blasting charge.
A blasting charge.
I'd like to see if there's
Wait,
any
can you
here.
give me one chemical too? Since I'm going to the inn.
Is there any chemical components here too?
Let's see. What are blasting charges under?
Actually,
Exotics.
get as many as you can.
Exotics.
If you want some, you can take them, but I need at least one.
And Clestis, what were you doing?
Is there like a main town square somewhere?
Yes, there is.
Yep.
Can I go there and preach and possibly make some money?
Let's
Ask
try.
for donations. Don't even preach, just ask for donations. Be a
Alright.
beggar.
So where Where's the blasting charge?
Exotics under chemical agents.
Chemical agents. Blasting charge. Ah. Let's
Wait,
see.
you have
I
those,
see
uh,
it. I see it.
Those
Ah.
data jacks or whatever.
Yeah, I got 2 of them.
Can I use them?
Oh,
Yes.
well. You're a real smart one.
They have one available.
I will buy it. Is there any chemical?
Wait, can you be my
agents
Hawkman
or
tomorrow if I
like,
borrow these to
chemical
you?
components?
Yeah.
With both of them, because when you go up to like a dust 10,
10
That'd be
are available.
resolved.
How much
So
are chemical
yeah,
well,
dice.
it gives you a cunning.
Cunning.
One
Dice silver piece.
silver.
Dice
So to purchase all 10.
Well,
that
you're
would
barely
be
better than me.
3 gold.
Oh,
And
man.
1 silver.
3 gold. Alright, I'll buy all 10.
Alright, so, Questus, you
You bought
approach
10 Cam? Nice.
the town square. The market here has, it's just starting, everyone's starting to take down their little stalls and put their wares away. So, a vast majority of the townsfolk have gone. But there are still quite a few here, and most of the merchants are still here, as they are currently taking down their stuff. You go to the very center, where there's actually a pedestal that the town crier usually stands at. And what do you say?
They have
and
somebody
do?
who cries all the time.
Non-stop. What do you do?
Man. Little beans.
I just stalled shouting about the Great Rock and how the Cholchaclustus will be the next big religion of the realm, and we require donations to get started.
The only true religion of the realm.
Yes.
Wait, are you with him?
No,
Oh,
I'm in
okay.
the inn. But,
Yeah.
you know, I gave him some pointers before I gave him both my data jacks.
Oh, you gave him the data jacks.
Yeah, so he's smart now.
Nice. All right, let's make a roll here.
If you you don't have fuel, but if you crafted it, you can reroll the higher.
All right. So this is going to create followers. If you beat this, you'll create interest. And if you beat this, you might get donations. So,
Come on. Big roll, big roll.
6,
That's not bad.
does he get rerolls?
Only if he consumes fuel.
which I don't have.
Pour fuel down his throat.
One follower.
No followers.
Dang it.
No followers. But there's quite a bit of interest. Several of the individuals walk up to you and start asking you questions about the Church of Questus. One in particular says, "Oh, tell me about this rock that you speak of. Is it magical, or did a god bless it? How does it work?"
Well, yes, a god did bless that ground. The rock saved my life countless times in battle.
He's listening actively, very interested in this Church of Questus. And as he listens, several others approach. And they begin handing out some donations.
Of course.
So between all of them, they handed you 18 copper coins.
Well,
You filled up a hat. Like your helmet, you took it off, and they started clinking in the copper. And you now have 18 copper coins.
What's that exchange rate again?
3, 3, 1.
Yeah. So 6, 12, 18, 3 gold.
Okay.
Not bad.
Not bad.
That's pretty good.
Pretty good. Pretty
Well, how
good,
much do I
pretty
owe
good.
you for some chem? How many do you want?
So, and there is a little bit of interest right now in the Church of
How
Questus
much does it
here at
take for
Shoreside.
blasting agent?
And what are you doing
I've been crafting in the canoe all day, and I'm gonna craft at night.
afterwards? All right, so
night.
let's make your 2
You can have
crafting
6.
rolls,
All right.
and we can do
I
our
will
crafting
use the
rolls.
jug of alchemy to
One
get
silver.
additional chem
I want
supplies
silver. You can have it for free.
Oh,
for the day.
wow, thank
All right.
you.
So we'll see if I break it immediately. Here's fate.
I'm gonna go grab my pencil.
7. Nice.
And then I'm gonna bet. I'm gonna bet 3. I'm gonna try and get a sigil. I'm gonna burn 3 chemical items to get a sigil on my first crafting roll.
All right.
Versus dice 6.
8.
Versus dice 6.
You roll a dice.
You'd roll dice 6.
Wait.
Sigil?
Oh, wait,
Yeah,
why am I
sigil.
rolling a dice 6?
Sigil.
Sigil's versus dice 6, I believe.
Yeah.
Both.
Mage
Oh.
sigil. As a world action, mage may craft spell sigils from spell components. Roll crafting versus spell component difficulty dice 6.
Ah. Gotcha.
Yeah.
I thought you were crafting something else?
No, not
You
not
thought you
Oh,
were X. He's just going single.
So you're using the
chemical
chemical
items.
components as spell
As
components.
spell
That's
components.
where
That's
I got
what I'm doing.
confused. I thought you were 5.
So 5, 7. So I got 2 successes. So I need 1 more. So I will bet. No, I get a reroll. So I'll reroll. I got a 9. So I got 1 sigil, and I'm gonna do it again.
All
One
right.
more time.
Ooh, it's gonna be a hard one. 6.
7. I will reroll. 12.
Ooh.
Got it. 2 sigils.
2
All right.
sickles and then some. If you bet more, I don't know.
No, I just bet what I needed.
Okay. So after I do some look, do I find anyone that looks like they could be a good hop man?
Yes, yes, you do. Here is the tavern. Here's gonna be the back room. We got to go through a little opening here to get to the back room. And here is going to be the entrance.
Now I have 2 chances to do some good illusions and suggestions.
Yeah. I'll be
Lasts
good.
us minutes now,
No.
rather than seconds.
Oh yeah, I give you your data jacks back.
Alright. That's good. I'll
Yeah.
twirl them around like a badass because I'm real smart. I didn't know how to do that now.
Is there wildfire around?
Wildfire.
Yeah.
What's that?
It deals
It explodes and burns.
D4
Explains
fire
why he
damage.
wants it.
Yeah, we should get more fire damage because I remember we fought things that fire damage would have killed them, but we didn't have any of that.
Well, how do you use like a firebomb? Do you like have to chuck that at somebody?
Did you say throw?
I don't know. It just says targets dealt D6 or
Up above, you can choose to either
Force feed?
throw them.
oh.
You can pour it directly on someone.
Yes. That would
You can
be
use it
awesome.
outside of
Outside of
combat.
combat, you can put it into your bullets.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Oh, so if I use like combustion material, I can combine that with my bullets. Do I have to like craft that, or do I just apply it?
It says right there,
Oh,
dice 6 individual pieces of ammo. So you would end up getting dice 6 ammo that has that bonus to it.
oh, if I crafted the bullets with that, right?
Actually, you can apply it to already crafted
Oh,
bullets.
okay.
So you just take your bullets and apply it to it.
Oh,
So you could make poison bullets, you can make burning bullets, you can make electric bullets.
oh, let's get fun.
You can make bullets, holy bullets, all kinds of fun stuff.
Hey, would you allow me to go to the temple for my evening crafting?
What? How
Yes.
can I
Okay.
Yes, you can.
be getting a lot of
You might take the power tools with me.
I'm on need of it. I want
Okay.
the Minecraft roll, sorry. But if you use the church, that's gonna be a higher dice value.
Yeah, but then if I fail in the torch,
I can do
I can get
acid
extreme
damage.
dice value.
Okay.
I've been using the gunslinger all wrong.
Yeah,
I should be combining bullets with a lot more things like acid or fire or
Yeah, that would be really good.
that would do
a
so
lot
much
of
damage. So, like acid for something that's like really armored.
Yeah,
Just gives me no ideas.
now you have a lot of ideas for bullets.
Yes.
All right, you enter into the Sailor's Bliss.
Yeah.
Now you've heard many tales about this.
That's why I came here.
establishment. It's actually known far and wide in the land. In fact, it has a kind of a pet name that many people call it. They call it the Sailor's Blight, due to certain poxes you can get if you become too friendly with the bar wenches.
Yeah, that's why I call it.
Keep that in mind.
Yeah.
What about witches?
Now you
They've
enter
got blight.
the Sailor's
All
Blight.
of them.
Okay then.
Now,
Stay away.
as you enter into the place, several of, let's see, there's several tavern ladies serving drinks. In this corner, let's see, what do we got here? Well, there's some people sitting at the front
Well,
here
I'll-
at the bar.
I'll like walk up to a barmaid and I'll be like, Who's the smoothest talker here?
All right. This
I'll
particular.
give you two silver pieces if you point me to the smoothest talker here. Is it you?
She walks up to you and she says, "Why, hello, big guy."
No, not like that. Talker. I mean, like, preferably a man, because men know how to sell stuff. I mean, just look at me.
She like feels your bicep and says, "Wow, that's
Yeah.
amazing."
Yeah, don't
This
touch
lady,
too much though.
She's average in like her height. She's average sized, although certain aspects of her body are overly large, which you find quite interesting. She's got brightly painted eyes, which she bats in your direction quite often. Now, as she's kind of rubbing her body up against you, she says, "I can show you a lot more than that for 2 silver."
Nope, just need the guy who's the smoothest talker here. I got like a business idea for him, and I really need to talk to him like right now. Like, I can't talk to you for very much longer.
She says, "Well, I can see you're all business.
Yeah.
Let's go into the back room and
No.
we can get down to business."
Nope. I just need somebody in the bar right now. I don't want to go anywhere.
Alright, she grabs your wrist and starts tugging on you to follow her into the back room. There's more patrons in the back room. by the
I
way.
just like push her to the side, and then I ask somebody else.
For a block man.
And I did not give her 2 silver pieces yet because she didn't give me any answers.
She goes, "Oh, you silly." She starts putting the charm on now.
Oh
She
no.
says, "My name is Marilyn Charm." That's with 2 M's, by the way.
I'm of the church. I can't be involved with you people. Leave me alone.
All right, that was pretty good defense. We will have you roll resolve though to try and resist this beautiful lady's advances.
2.
2, nice. Because of your good answer, I will allow you to re-roll the higher dice value.
Oh, that's good. 6.
Not too shabby. Now, somehow, through your sheer will, you're able to resist this beautiful lady's wiles.
I got a new approach to talking to women now. Immediately tell them you work for the church.
She says, "Follow me. I'll introduce you to, he's a quaint fellow. They call him Rat.
Oh yeah, that's the type of people I'm looking for.
It's not a pretty name, but
That's fine.
he's a smooth talker.
Yeah, it's
Right
all-
this way,
Oh.
church boy."
I follow you, and I keep saying how she needs to go to repentance.
Confession?
Confession.
Confession.
Alright, she eventually leads you to this interesting fellow here in the corner.
I make sure he notices me pay her 2 silver. So he knows I'll pay.
Alright, this guy is short. He's got straight combed black hair. He's pale-faced and kind of greasy skin, as if he's been sweating, but it's not really hot in here. He constantly is wriggling his hands, and he's wearing 2 black leather, supple leather gloves.
I reposition my coin bag to make sure it's nice and secure. And nobody can get at it.
He has this weird, pointed, thin nose that it's almost like he's sniffing at something in the air, but besides the fact that the entire wharf smells like, raw, rotting fish, you can't really smell anything other than the fish smell. He is currently gambling with a couple other people at the table. And as he sees you approach, he kind of puts down the cards and everyone stops gambling. And he says, "Hello there, I am Rats, and I can see by the looks of you, you're interested in something. I can get you just about anything you need around here. Although I can tell there's certain things you are not all that interested in."
Yeah.
He's looking at the bar wench now.
She's not very nice, like. Oh,
Oh, she's quite nice.
oh yeah, that's what I meant. Did I say not? I meant she's very nice, like. Well, I've got a business idea for you. Tomorrow, I'm gonna be presenting a new gadget to the world, and I need you to help sell it for me. I will pay you a small portion of each and every one we sell. And I'll give you some upfront money to make it worth your time, so you know I'm not bullcrapping you.
As much as I like money, salesmanship might not be my best quality. I'm more of an finder of facts,
Yeah, I don't need facts.
finder of things,
Don't need that either.
acquirer of information.
I might need that.
Like, for instance, I could get you pretty much anything you need here in town.
How much do you need for info? Like, does it matter how deep the info is, or is all info same price?
It does depend on the type of info, but if you need info, I
Like,
would be the
let's
guy.
say there's somebody who may or may not have illegally been moved here in a prison lock system. Could you or could you not maybe give me the answer?
Depending on where that prison is,
Here, in this town.
depending on where, as in which prison facility.
There's multiple?
Well, certainly there is. There's the City Watch's jail.
No, not that one. What's
And
the other
then
one?
there's the dungeon.
Yeah, that one.
Ah, that one. Well, you want to sneak in?
I just
and
need info,
rescue?
and then maybe that as well.
Certainly I can get this information. In fact, I may already possess it.
How much is it to you?
Well, what would you be most interested in?
Well, there's a certain somebody who may or may not be in jail, and I may or may not know their name right now.
He says, I catch your drift. I catch what you're throwing.
Yeah,
These hands are quite supple.
yeah, they look like it. Look like you'd be good at shaking hands.
And catching things.
Yeah, but mainly shaking hands.
Well, he says, well, there's several ways you could get inside, each requiring a different value. For instance, I'm friends with several of the guards. I could bribe one of them to ensure that you could get in. This would be the more expensive
That
route.
one's, I don't know that much.
I have a
about it.
friend, his name is Eric. He's a guard. He usually patrols the walls, but we could arrange for him to not only get you inside, but escort you to where you needed to go.
That's pretty
A
good.
little more expensive though, probably 100 gold to get this one. You could also possibly, I could give you information about a certain merchant man.
Okay.
He's a traveling merchant. He can get inside. He could sneak you in,
Yeah.
drop you off, and then what happens to you after he drops you off, it'd be up to you.
You know about how much he costs to hire out?
Probably maybe around 30 gold.
Okay, yeah, that's reasonable.
Subject to bartering, of course,
Yeah.
but you'd have to pay me a gold coin to give you his name.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Lastly, for 10 gold coins,
Yeah, it's
I could lead you to the location of a certain sewer gate, which
oh yeah.
I happen to know is broken, and the damage is large enough for even a fellow as yourself to
You call me fat?
enter through. Big bone.
Yeah, that's right. Alright.
Small brain.
Are you gonna be here tomorrow?
Of course, I'm always around.
Alright, and then do you know any good people at selling items like, you know what I was talking about earlier? Can you point me in their direction? There
True.
might be money in it for you.
True. I can. There's a merchant. His name is Winslow.
Winslow?
He peddles his wares right outside of the mansion.
Oh,
The
that's a
mansion's
good
the
spot.
other tavern in town. It's for uppities and
Yeah.
yippities and people with
People I don't like. Unless they're giving me good coin, you know what I'm saying?
True. They're not fun to work with, that's
No.
for sure.
Oh, yeah.
But you'll find him peddling his wares right outside. The
Oh.
mansion's the tallest building in the city, so you can't miss it.
I'll toss him 2 silver
Jesus,
for the info.
thank you. He kind of looks you up and down, noticing your large battle saw.
Yeah.
Says, 1 second. Now I know I have quoted you many of these gold prices,
You have?
but it's also possible you could get this information for free, possibly.
Yeah. What I gotta do?
Well, you seem like the type of guy who could handle himself
I
in a
can
battle.
Yeah, I can handle like 2 people.
Look at me. I'm just kind of got scrawny little skinny arms. Not so much of a fighter, but I am good with information.
Yeah.
And let's just say that a little birdie has told me that there's a rough group of individuals coming to town here soon.
How
That-
rough?
Fairly rough.
Okay.
I don't quite have a description of them yet, but once I get it, I can give it to you.
You
And
want
if
me to
you
take him out?
happened to take them out, I could maybe arrange for you to get some information for free.
Like, oh, that sounds pretty good. Alright.
Let me just tell you a little bit about what's happening. Apparently, there was some individuals that messed with a big player up in Wallendale, and now their heads are up for sale.
You don't know what they look like, do you?
No, not yet.
You said there's 4 of them?
I don't know how many there are, what they look like. I just know that I've heard they've left Wallendale and don't know where they're coming.
Do you know how long ago they left Wallendale? Because I like to guesstimate how long it take them to get here.
No, not yet, but when I find out what they look like and how many of them are, and what exactly they did, I'll come find you and make sure you know.
Do you know how much gold's on their heads? I mean, sometimes I like to, know how much gold I'm getting myself.
No, I don't know how much gold is on their heads, but let me just tell you, it would be sufficient to pay for any of the information you've asked for so far.
Oh.
You see, these guys are pretty much as good as dead.
Okay.
And if you made them disappear, that would actually work in their favor. You
Okay.
see, I guess they stole something from a pretty tough group, a guy named Rufus.
Yeah, never heard of them.
See, no one messes with
Not me.
Rufus. You mess with him, and you'll be lucky if you end up dead. Let's just put it that way.
What's worse than being dead?
Well, I guess you could say being undead.
Oh.
Anyways, if you were to find this group and kill them all, that would be in their best interest. And then, you and I would have a little arrangement.
Yeah.
You'll be doing them a favor, trust me.
Yeah, I'll take them out. Just let me know who they are.
We'll
when
do, we'll
and
do.
Where.
I probably won't find out for a while, but it's nice knowing that you are here in case I needed someone.
Yeah. Oh, well, I'm gonna go up to my room and do a crafting check.
Alright. Crafting roll for you. What are you doing?
Trying to make metal on my sprocket.
Metal? 5.
10.
How many did you wager?
I have wager all every time. I am done with the metal on my sprocket.
Nice. Alright.
Is there another exotic anointed tincture here? How do you say that?
The anointed tincture.
Yeah, does D10 holy damage.
Ooh.
I have a feeling.
I can't even do D10 damage.
A gunslinger does more than a paladin with holy damage.
Maybe.
And
Where are you looking for it?
I would imagine I would, since it's holy, I imagine I would go to like a church, a temple. I'd probably be searching around those areas.
Alright, well, you get to the church and you see Clustus banging away. You want to make your roll?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you got the power
Power
tools
tools.
on you.
Alright.
And I'm
So
paying the
he's-
1 gold.
Trying to get a soul of it, I'm just power tooling into it.
And I'm gonna try for what we got, like.
A relic. Okay.
Now, are you using the
Okay,
crafting
so
roll of the?
okay, so yeah, I have a D8, and then if I pay the temple 1 gold, that goes up to a dice.
Well, it sets you at a dice. It doesn't
Okay.
matter what yours was. Can you use power tools with the temple?
No, this is gonna be the temple priests.
Yeah, the temple
Oh,
priests
really?
do the crafting for you. That's why I was wondering if it was
Okay.
So you can do it
But
yourself.
you could do it yourself
with
and
the dice
roll
8 and get a reroll.
at a dice 10, which is better than just rolling at a dice 10 and
Yeah. So, dude, don't I get a crafting increase in the temple anyways?
paying. No, it just
I thought
sets
that
your
was
dice.
a thing.
It just sets your dice value.
Well, because if
Oh.
you're at a temple, right?
No, I think you may.
Yeah, I think if I craft in the temple, I get.
Unless it's
Yeah.
specific.
I think you have to pay for that.
Because it says
stuff.
use altar, allow PC to reroll a single crafting failure at +1 dice level.
Okay.
Wait, what?
Oh yeah, using the altar.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah, it
I'm
says-
technic-
wait,
I'm
no.
doing the crafting. Then.
It says allow PC to roll a dice 10 when making a holy item or a holy consumable. Doesn't say reroll.
Oh, for a temple?
Yeah. Or use altar, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it doesn't. It just sets you at a dice 10.
Those
must be the
newer
It
rules,
sets
then.
you.
These
Yeah.
are the old rules.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure it just sets you to a.
Yeah, I
So
never
if I'm using the altar,
I don't
I'm
have
doing
the
the
altar.
crafting.
If this
So
is
I
a big
could
enough
use
church,
power tools.
does this
Yeah.
have a big enough church that it could
It's-
have a large
Nope.
altar or a holy?
You'd have to go to the cathedral at Wallendale for the large altar.
Okay.
Where is
so
the holy altar then?
Nowhere.
The
at
rock.
The
The rock. I love how we both realized what the holy altar is.
we could say the cathedral is a holy altar.
Okay.
rock. Okay, so I roll dice 10, and then with the power tools, I could re-roll at a dice 12.
No, when you use
No.
the altar, the priests are crafting it for you.
That was the old rules that I read. That was the old rules.
But
So-
you just said I'd be crafting it myself if I'm just using the altar.
Use altar.
Because I'm just using the altar to craft, which would give me a holy boost, I guess.
allows PC to roll a dice 10. So when making a whole item or holy
There's a big
consumable.
ruling because
I would say if you're using the altar, you could craft a
And use
dice
power.
pad, which would mean if you're power tooling it, you
Okay.
can power tool the altar, allowing you to roll your dice.
allowing you to both break the altar and roll at a dice 12.
Nice.
So I would say yes.
Hold on a giant
Okay.
hammer.
Which would be hilarious. Just everyone's yelling at you. You're just power tooling the altar down.
The priests are running around. Stop!
Just spells flying at you.
All right, you ready?
Yep. 7.
14.
You can't even win
yeah,
with
I can't
reroll.
win.
Feels bad.
Unfortunately. There's always tomorrow.
That costs 1 silver, I believe.
Oh, that's 1 gold.
1 gold.
Ouch.
So holy altar's 10 gold.
Wow.
Holy
You
shiitake
get
mushrooms.
You get the dice 20 though.
Yeah, and you get a dice 22 with power tool.
Pretty good odds.
All right.
Did I
And
get
Scott,
my
you've
whole-
already made your roll,
Still
so
my crafting.
you guys eventually all
Did
meet
I
up.
get my tincture? Said I went to
Oh.
church.
Oh no, you did not find any tinctures there.
I'll
Unfortunately.
let these guys know of like there's orders out there looking for us. Like we might be assassinated tonight. By the way, somebody tried to pay me to kill me.
Let's see. I
Well,
never thought of
actually,
the
I
idea.
don't think they ever saw me because I was in the bar the whole time. So they probably just went, "Yo, could we make illusions of your heads, and we could cash in on our own reward?"
You say I've never thought of the idea to kill myself for money. Care to pass the revolver around?
I
Just
I
saying.
could make an illusion of our heads.
I could get the money, and then give them to them, and then run like hell because they'd figure it out.
Or
Am,
else-
am I technically wanted?
Probably not. You weren't there.
But I'm with them.
You are with them.
It
So.
depends if they would know that.
He's a
we're-
member of our.
Yeah.
The
we're a party.
illusion would last for a minimum of 1 minute.
Yeah, but our
60
illusions
seconds.
feel through. So when I hand them the head, would they just be like,
Well, if we got 3 real heads, they would feel like real heads.
Alright, 3 real heads.
So what you're saying is I should go out, kill 3 random people in an alley, and get us some heads.
Oh
I'm
god.
or
not
I could just go
saying
get
that.
goblin heads or like
Yeah.
dead skulls.
No,
That
the
requires walking out.
illusions would actually,
Oh, it makes it physical.
it would be good enough that they would be convinced by it.
Oh.
For as long as the illusion is active.
Yes. If
Well,
I roll good enough.
Tomorrow, I'll figure out if I'm wanted or not. And then we'll do that and cash in hard. But I also got a guard who would let us bring us all the way to the dungeon, and we could look for Thornak there.
After we cash in?
Well, before or after, really, no matter when.
Well, I mean,
Um,
if we did it before and something went bad, then we could cash in after, so that would probably make more sense.
yeah, for sure. Because we don't want them to realize it's us and then not be able to do it after.
Yeah.
And then there's this merchant guy who could get us in, but he couldn't get us out. That cost like, I don't know, 30-ish gold. And then I know this guy who says we can just go through all the poop. We go into the sewer and we crawl through a bunch of poop. 10 gold.
You can be in the canoe.
No.
That's just a small sewer.
We should go with the guard for that.
100 gold. You got the. I'm poor, man.
I have 2
Wait,
gold.
wait. I got an idea. Tomorrow I'll sell a bunch of canoes and then we'll all have plenty of money. We'll be richer than we could wildly dream of, and then we can get in.
Or we could cast an illusion spell on a bunch of copper.
I mean, I don't even have that much copper.
So 100 copper is like
33 gold. No,
Jesus.
13.
Oh, that's
It's not that
That's
bad.
not so bad.
Actually, I might have enough.
I have 2 gold.
Just want to let you guys know what I figured out tonight, and then I'm gonna go to sleep.
So what is your plan?
Wake up in the morning and figure it out.
Yeah.
Alright.
Gonna make a crafting check before I go to bed?
No.
Yeah.
No.
What are you crafting?
You have your power tools back.
Oh, thanks.
We're gonna make. Where is it? Is it cinder? No. Combustion material.
Combustion material? What are you gonna add?
We need 4 chemical components.
4 chemical components?
Yeah.
Alright, let's do this. And I roll.
I have no idea.
You don't roll lower because it's not a gun.
It's not a gun. Okay,
Nope.
so I'll roll my standard. Oof.
What is it?
How many are we wagering?
All 4?
All 4? Alright.
You rolled good, I'm pretty sure.
5.
10.
Oh, wow.
Ouch.
All 4.
Ouch.
That's unfortunate.
Well, if
That
you
one.
need more chem, just let me know. I got a couple extra now that you gave me that many.
And a certain somebody has unlimited.
Yeah, but he won't give us.
Potentially.
Alright. So next morning, the bustling crowd here dies down.
Oh no, my people went to bed.
What would you like to do? No events happened.
Oh,
I should say, because you rested the night, it is 1 gold coin for the room,
Got it.
and you get food. It's 1 gold coin for everybody, not
Yeah.
each person pays a gold. So 1 gold coin, party, rest.
I got it, guys. It's all good.
You also get to recover your vitality and hit points.
I'm full.
Is anyone still injured?
No, I healed up last fight.
Everyone's full?
I never got
Health?
injured.
I'm good.
I'm pretty sure I was the only one taking
Okay.
damage, and then I ended up with like 20.
I took no damage
Yeah.
that last. No, I took 1 hit that entire fight.
Zombies give me life.
Exactly.
Alright.
Not evil though.
So what would you like to do?
I'm gonna go talk to that one guy if he's still up.
Alright, you
I'll
find
go
him.
I am with.
Well, wait, no.
Am I not gonna go with? Oh no, he might know.
He might know you're a bitch.
Oh, yeah, know what? I'll go look for combustion material. Actually, if I'm gonna go look
Oh,
for it,
there's
I'm
that.
gonna go look for a firebomb. Actually,
Go look for a firebomb?
yeah.
Unfortunately, nothing new has come yet.
How difficult would it be to disguise myself as one of the local city guard?
You can always roll for it.
I'm braiding my hair so I look slightly different before I go talk to this guy.
Alright, and you want to spend money on your disguise. That makes a difference.
Yes.
How much money?
All of it.
How much money does one of the city guards have after we knock him out and steal his unit? No. I will spend 10 gold on it.
All right. All right. Roll your crafting skills.
Whoops. Should make it inside 8. Huh, how about them apples?
All right. You have managed to acquire a city guard outfit. And as long as you don't actually meet an actual city guard, no one is going to know the difference. In fact, even if you do meet a city guard, there's a chance you might be able to bluff your way through it.
Or I'll roll the 7 for like making myself look slightly different, so where he can still recognize me from last night.
Yep.
But if somebody like described me, I look different enough. You know what I'm saying? I braid my hair a little bit differently. I get my beard and I make like one long.
All right. Rat kind of looks at you, notices your different beard, and says, "Well, hello, Furbolg. Again we meet.
Yeah,
Second time.
I stroke my new beard.
Furbolg, who is the only Furbolg in town. Nice to meet you."
Yeah. So you know, last night you were talking about that like those guys who might be coming to town that clearly aren't here yet.
Yep. Yes. We're looking for them. If you happen to find
know
them,
who they
I've
are,
got
what they look like.
individuals searching for them. In fact, some of my informants have said they have seen some of them in town already.
Really?
True.
What do they look
One
like?
is a gunslinger. Bald, large mustache.
Oh shoot! I think I might have seen him.
True.
Yeah, fucking informant.
The other one is very easy to pick out in a crowd. Purple hair, long
purple
and
hair?
flowing. Both humans, of course, and the last one would be the most easy to find. A large toadkin gift.
Huh.
Have you ever met one of these toadkins before? If you have, you would know exactly when you
Yeah,
when
I
you
think
see
I
one.
saw. Like not up close, but I think I saw one from walking distance off.
True. Yes, there's quite a large price on their heads. 100 gold per head.
We
But-
should get rid of the gun signal.
But
Oh, do you charge like a fee for if I bring them to you? I don't really trust that many people around here.
you could. I'll pay you 100 gold for each
Ooh.
head. There is a stipulation, however.
They have to be dead.
The heads don't necessarily have to be dead, but if you can
Can
get
they
them
be?
dead, they can be
Okay,
dead. It's
good.
your choice.
All
In fact, you can bring them alive if you want.
The only way I do business is with dead things.
However,
Well, wrong.
there is no gold unless a certain device is brought with the heads.
Well,
It's a
what's in the box?
mysterious black box. I guess it is magical of some sort.
I mean, this device sounds like it's worth much more than the measly 300 gold.
I don't know. I just know
Good luck with that.
this is what this is what
not in his
the
plane of existence at the moment.
this is what the contract called for. It. The box was a requirement. The heads were
Do you know what
A
the box
bonus.
looks like?
no. It's supposedly black. Cannot be opened. No lid. Other than that,
It's a
about
good
it.
one, I'm thinking. Fabricate a box. No one knows what it looks like. Just shut in a box.
So you guys are pretty much safe without the box, though.
As long as it can't be opened and it's black, we're good. Just make a rock.
Chisel a brick and.
Plus, just you and rocks are really good.
Well, alright, yeah. And then are you... Okay, yeah. I'll go find them, I'll bring them back here.
Good. Any interested in the information yet?
Once I get the reward money, we'll be talking massive amounts of information.
All right. Sounds
Well,
good.
I have one question, if you could answer this for me. Either as a freebie or I could toss a coin about I'll get one coin. Do you know a man named Thornak in the dungeon? Or could you find out for me?
You know, my friend Eric would know the name. And he would know if he's still there. I could discover this for you. Tonight, come back.
Alright.
It would cost a little bit. 5 gold now. And if the answer is Yes. I'll let you know.
What if the answer is no? Or are you just not going to tell me?
Well, I'll probably let you know that one too.
Okay, we just wanted to check. Alright, I'll toss him 5 gold.
All right.
No, it's
After I acquire my city guard outfit, I'm going to monitor the guards and see their patrol routes and how they interact with the populace, and I'm going to mimic that.
Okay.
And then I'm also going to follow the gunslinger around. In the event he gets captured, I'm going to rush in and help the city guards capture him and try and infiltrate the keep.
All right.
Thanks. So great.
Yeah, I'm gonna look for Eclestus and let him know what I figured out about these guys. And then I'll be like, I can't find the other 2, they're gone. 'Cause I don't know Scott dressed up as this city guard, so there's no way I can find him.
I'm like wandering around looking for great stuff to kill people with.
Now, one thing you do notice as a guardsman wandering around, trailing Dayon here, is that at one point, 2 of the guards, they usually walk in twos, walked right up next to him and stood right next to him, looked at him, said hello to him, and walked off. So it seems as if the guards
They're in on it.
I just think to myself,
don't have the slightest care in the world about this this warrant for your guys' arrest.
Okay.
I'm just like, there's some friendly people around this area.
After I see that, I will adjust my plans, and I will just follow a pair of guards around, or listen around the city, and if there's a commotion or someone's getting arrested, I will help arrest them as a wandering guard. And
A wandering guard by himself when everyone else goes in pairs.
yes,
Perfect.
They don't always go in pairs, but oftentimes they do.
yes,
You've seen
More
a couple
suspicious by yourself.
who have wandered around.
I will come up with a backstory. It shall be amazing.
And in fact, most of the guards on their patrols, you've noticed it's about 5% patrol, 9% checking out the taverns.
Oh yeah. You got
Okay.
a good guard duty.
Many of them stand right outside the tavern and just chat with people. Many of them go inside and hang out and get drunk.
Good guards. My man.
You guys might want to be titled as city guards now.
Well,
Well, it
I
sounds
mean,
like a good
did you
game.
see him dress up as a city guard? I didn't, so I have no idea. Oh, can I look for Winslow?
Winslow, yes. You actually wander to where the mansion is. Let me tell you a little bit about the mansion. So the mansion, I guess you actually don't know much about the mansion. What you know about it is what you've probably seen about it. It's actually a mansion, like someone's home,
Yeah, it makes
except it's been converted
sense.
into a giant tavern. And this is the tavern where all the guardsmen like to go to. Not many guardsmen go to the Sailor's Bliss. In fact, you haven't seen any of them go to the Sailor's Bliss. You only see one guard down by the shore, and he doesn't look too happy about being down there. And no one seems to be too happy about him being down there. And the guard changes every once in a while, and when the guard changes, the guy suddenly is happier and goes straight to the mansion. The mansion is flowing with lots of ale, and quite a few, how to put it, well-to-do people come in and out of this place. And right outside of the mansion, you see a short little individual. He's an older man with a head as round and as bald as his belly. His red hair still grows above his ears, and he has unkempt whiskers that kind of jut out in every direction. Let's see. He's got big, bright eyes that seem to defy his age. He's currently selling umbrellas, although it certainly doesn't seem like it's raining. As you approach him, you notice a foul odor in the general area, and it smells like it's coming from the alleyway behind where he's peddling. There's not very many people around here, although it's not too far from the marketplace. In fact, you can turn your head and see where the main marketplace is. You just find it strange that this guy's selling his umbrellas so close to the mansion. And the stranger thing is that as you're watching him, you notice one of the well-to-do individuals comes out and purchases one. Immediately, and thinks it's a good deal and walks off. And there isn't a cloud in the sky. What would you like to do?
I walk up to this man named Winslow and I say, well, I heard you're the best businessman in the city. Is that true?
Winslow looks at you, straightens his whiskers, and they get straightened for a moment. When he lets go, they all poof again. And he says,
Why? Of course it's true. Why do you think I'm selling umbrellas? The most needed item in the kingdom. You need one.
You know what? You're probably right. But I got
One gold coin is all it costs. I can sell anything, including an umbrella.
all right.
Should I
If
prove
you
it to
can
you?
convince me to buy this other thing, then I'll buy an umbrella from you. Deal?
wait, say that again?
I'll hand him my buckler and I'll say, sell this to me.
You want me to sell you your own
Yeah,
buckler?
well, try to it's obviously still mine, but like try to convince me that I need one.
Okay. He kind of looks around. He's like, I know what to do. 1 second. He holds your buckler, right? Walks into the alleyway, kind of looks at you over the shoulder. And he says, don't worry, this won't hurt. And he turns around, and as he's walking back, he pulls this, like, dagger. It doesn't look too terribly sharp or deadly, but it's about 4 inches long. And he walks straight up to you and is like, ha, ha. You actually have to jump back to prevent him from actually stabbing you. Ha, ha, but you need a buckler now.
Well, you know, I
2
could,
gold.
I could just kill you with this thing instead of needing a buckler. That's not very convincing.
But you need one. Ha, you can't kill me with the guards watching. Ha, ha.
You know,
Do I happen to be around?
All right.
Would I be like walking by?
On a scale, if it's a 17 or higher, you're there. You are nowhere near there.
Nice.
He's like, you better buy this buckler quick, or else you're gonna be in trouble.
all right, I give him a gold, my umbrella and my buckler.
Huh. You're lucky, because I was about to call the guard on you.
For what? I wasn't even doing anything.
Look at the size of you picking on an old man
You were stabbing me.
with a piddly little knife while you're wielding a giant battle axe. Of course the guards would side with me, but that's the point. You needed this buckler to stop me from cutting you.
You were all correct. Oh, so
I can
got-
sell anything, like an umbrella. I can sell you this umbrella. Want me to sell you this
I
umbrella?
already bought one.
Oh, you already bought one?
Yeah, I bought one right away.
Oh, well, good for you. You can now traverse the alleyway.
Well, why would I want to go by the alleyway?
Why does anyone who comes to the mansion want to go by the alleyway?
I'll go down the alleyway. With my umbrella out.
Alright, you push your umbrella out. You start walking down the alleyway. You get about maybe halfway down when all of a sudden this giant splash of liquid splatters up against your umbrella, and you're like, what in the
Oh, this
world?
their stuff.
And you realize you sniff the air. And then you look up, and this is the tallest building in town. The higher rooms empty their chamber pots into the alleyway.
Figured.
Good thing you bought that
All right, I'll
umbrella.
keep going down the
You are
alleyway.
lucky you bought that umbrella. You can continue down the alleyway, and at the other end of the alleyway, you find this strange-looking door. It's small, and it's kind of rickety. Like it doesn't even shut all the way, as if it was just kind of hastily put together. And there's like a heart drawn in weird,
This is where I
Paint.
find true love. Oh,
kind of over the door.
can I like get up right next to the door since it's all rickety and maybe see a little bit what's in?
Yep. You kind of get up next to the door and you start listening inside. And as you do, you hear this voice from inside. Why, hello, darling. I see you're here for some of the extra extracurricular activities. Come inside.
I close the door. I grab my umbrella and I run as fast as I can. God shall not tempt me! As I run way out of there.
All right. You make it out, and as you make it out, you see Winslow, and he says, "I see the umbrella came in quite useful."
Yeah, well, you were right. This is the most necessary thing I've ever bought, Monty.
True. And the number of people that come out of the mansion and go down that hallway is quite large.
Yeah, well, I mean, you could probably upcharge to 2 gold. I would have paid 2 gold for that.
He kind of points to everyone in the main area of the marketplace, and he says, "All those idiots out there are selling things like food and stuff.
Yeah, who needs that?
I make twice what they make every day selling these umbrellas. And look, you can't. It's a perfect deal because you can't get another use out of these."
No, you can't.
Yeah. So they throw them over there in the corner. Then I have one of the boys from the market wash them in the river, and I sell them again tomorrow.
That's genius.
I make so much cash.
Well, how much cash do you make?
Enough for me to make a lot of cash. That's all I can say.
Let's say I wanted to hire your expertise for like an hour or 2. How much would that cost me?
What do I need to do?
I
Because
just
if
need-
it has anything to do with what was in the back of that alley, I am not interested.
No, me either. I'm a church boy. I say 1 second, I'll go get my canoe, and I bring it over, and I say, "Ta-da! Introducing the land canoe." And then I try to spice it up, like, "Ooh, it's so cool." Like, do my own sound effects and stuff.
Shazam!
Shazam! I need you to help me sell this. I will demonstrate. You tell them what they need to know.
All right, we need a cunning roll here.
Like, I have time to get my data jacks roll.
Sure. You can just like, hold on. Pull out your data jacks from your bag. Beep, 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 beep.
All right, I'm ready. Ah! Where'd it go?
Right on the top.
Oh no! 4.
He looks at him and he says, "You know, I can sell just about anything. I'm not sure if this is gonna sell."
Well, what if I give you an extra gold? Just charge me a little bit higher. I guarantee it sells with you selling it.
He's like, I'm gonna have to think about how best to sell this device.
Okay.
It could take me some time.
Well, like 10 minutes.
More like a week or so, but come back and I'll see if I have come up with something.
All right, that sounds
We'll
like.
be welcome in this town.
Yeah,
Probably
Can I
not.
keep this for a while to test it out and see what it's capable of doing and what it's not capable of doing?
I can show you a diagram that I made myself. And then I pull out a piece of paper and I make a diagram of what I did. And then I give that to him. And just watch me demonstrate it.
Alright.
Can you close your shop for like 5 minutes?
He actually is just outside. Oh, he's just outside in the street.
Yeah, I want him to get his, umbrella safe so that I don't want you to get stolen from,
Yeah, so what do you want me to do exactly?
I'm gonna go to the river and I'll show you how it works.
Oh, you want me to come with you to
Yeah.
the river? See how it works? Okay, true. Alright, let's
God.
do this.
Alright, I'll bring it to the river and I put it in the river and I'll start canoeing. I show him how amazing it is that it goes right on land and then it goes right in the river. Look how easy this is. I just go, whoop, now I'm on land, now I'm a canoe on land.
Alright, there's one problem though, is as you're going through the river, you're
Uh-oh.
getting close to the side, but you can't quite get up onto the land because you need the rope. Someone has to be pulling it to move it on land.
Yeah.
In the river, you can canoe your way around, but on land, someone has to pull it.
Yeah, I get out and
And
pull
so
myself
you
up.
get out, you pull yourself out, and so now you're running into this trouble of how you jerk on it to get it going, and then you dive in it real quick, and it only goes a little ways and stops.
Yeah.
And then you start pushing it, kind of like skateboard style with one leg.
Yeah.
And then you get in quick, and it just stops.
It's pretty good, see?
And he takes a look at it, and he goes, "Well, I see what you're trying to do, but you're not quite there yet. What I need
That's
you
where
to
you're
do
wrong.
is somehow figure out how it can move while it's on land.
Oh yeah, it's on the works. I just want the prototype out there, get some initial investment.
Yeah, why don't we figure that part out, then come back, and we'll sell it.
Tomorrow.
If you can get that part done, we'll sell it tomorrow.
Alright, that's a deal.
Alright. The rest of you,
Just a whole bunch of wasted time.
what do you guys want to do now?
Can I go to the temple and craft one today?
Yeah.
At all?
I will go to the mansion and drink with the
If
guards
you
and
can
make
find
some
me, you can
friends.
have the power tools during the day.
Alright,
Okay.
craft for you.
Can I find him real quick and then go to the temple? To get the
I'm
temple?
probably making a big enough scene.
Let's roll your cunning to see if you can find where you went.
I probably get lost. 3.
Otherwise, if you knew you were going to the temple in the morning, I would have just let you have them.
No, you needed them for the deal. Oh wait,
Power
oh,
tools,
no.
no.
You just want him to keep them?
Well, if he had mentioned he was going to go to the
Yeah.
temple in the morning,
Yeah.
then it makes
Okay.
sense for me to lend them to him.
All right. So crafting roll. Are you paying your gold again?
Yep. So dice 10,
What you got?
5.
Nice 12
Success.
now? Oh,
You got it. First shot.
So 1 real.
What are you? You're just all right. We
Going to the mansion and making some
you're
friends with the guards.
snoozing up with the guards there.
That's right.
Remember, they can see through your disguise.
If
The guards can
You
see
might
through
have
your
a chance.
disguise.
They could.
They could if they
Yeah.
recognize the name on the name tag. That's and
Oh.
not the face on the person.
Hello, my name is Bob.
Well, I'm gonna. Can I use my own name on the name tag? And try
not
and
without some kind of illusion because it's sewed in there, so you'd have to redo the whole thing. You would need to find a tailor.
Or a
redo
crafting
it.
check.
Can I craft it myself?
You want to craft it yourself? It'll take at least a day's worth of crafting.
Yeah, you
It
gotta go
How
get
much does
the.
embroidering and
material.
make?
I will do it myself. Instead of going to the mansion, I will work on embroidering my own name. into
Embroidering
this.
your own name. All right, that would definitely give you an improved chance. Then you just have to hope no one recognizes that your face.
Well, I
doesn't
mean,
match
if I
the
get someone
other
drunk
ones.
and get friends with the entire guard population, that's
You
not
could just be a
problem,
newbie
so-
too.
And
Yeah.
I could be a newbie.
Yeah, that's true. As long as you don't meet up with the guy who hires the newbies, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
Okay, so crafting roll. See if you can get the name. Should be able to pull this off. It's not too terribly difficult.
Oh. That's not good.
What'd you get? A 1?
Yes.
That'll be a dice off.
Oh, Oh, that's not good either.
9.
6.
Oh!
Crap. I can't even sew my
He
own name.
spells
into
his
this
name
stupid-
Doofus.
Well, the unfortunate
Fake
thing.
name.
The unfortunate thing is the name's now been damaged, and you weren't able to get your own name on there yet. You can keep trying, but it's now going to be harder.
Damn it.
So you still have your guard uniform. It's just now all the guards will know that you're not a guard.
What if I brought it to a tailor since it's ruined and say I caught it on something? I'm gonna try this the next day.
Are we gonna break into this place eventually?
Eventually.
I thought we were
Eventually.
breaking into not, but
Yeah.
maybe not if Scott's making a new uniform.
If he's got a plan.
You might be able to go there during. Yeah, you tried tailoring it all day and it just got screwed up. So it's evening unless someone else wanted to do anything.
I just want to go back to
what's
the
an
hotel and do
alchemical
crafting
part?
checks when they're available.
Okay,
Alchemical
let's
part?
just have them. Read us
The
the
alchemical
symbol.
part.
The alchemical
Yeah,
part.
we could
What
do
is
that.
that?
But first we got
Where's
yeah.
that?
After we'll scan.
Under the exotic
Yeah.
tab area, under the alchemist stuff.
Because the sewer will get us into the keep around it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see.
The alchemical.
Well, somebody doesn't want to take the sewer. We could do the merchant way in.
I have 1 gold. I don't know.
He's got the sewer's 10.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, yeah.
So if Scott wants to pay the extra, we can take the merchant
There
way
is. What?
Okay, so it's basically alchemist bullet is what it is. So you craft it just like you'd craft a regular bullet, except it is a special type of bullet. That's what it is. It's an alchemical cartridge. It's kind of like a bullet versus instead of like a sling bullet, it's like a sling bullet attached to a cartridge. That's what it is. So it's a modern day bullet.
Oh.
So, in previous days, they had the bullet, and you have the powder and the wad, and you'd smash it all in.
Right. 'cause
Here, it's just all in one. And what it does is it shoots your gun just like a normal shot. But when you shoot these, since they have rifling, you gain the +1 dice value to your shooting roll.
Oh.
But only when you are shooting one of those. So you could craft those.
So you're saying I can shoot at a D16 instead of a D14?
Yes, exactly.
Oh, okay, that's interesting.
Alright,
Well, I'm gonna go to a shop and buy medicine. 'Cause I think we've gone too long without ever buying medicine.
Yeah, there's medicine available.
Awesome.
Alright. What
Now-
else was happening?
After I do my talking, I'm gonna work on crafting the canoe.
Crafting the canoe.
Yeah.
How
You
much extra is it to buy the merchant way in?
The merchant way in?
It's
Yeah.
30
gold.
30 gold. First 10, so an extra 20.
You have 10?
I have 10 exactly.
What's the total cost?
I have 30 total.
30
Well,
total.
1 gold
Or,
for the information has to
yeah,
come
so
each game.
31.
And then 30 for.
Okay.
I have 10. I could
Merchant
pitch in
way
my
in.
fair share.
I would pay additional gold to go in the merchant way,
How much is merchant?
but I want to get this guard uniform fixed first.
Okay. Makes sense to have the guard uniform fixed if we're breaking in, then you could be escorting us.
Yes, that's the
How much is
idea.
merchant one?
Alright.
30 total.
Oh, that's not so bad.
I could pay 1.
So you pay the 1 gold for the
That's what we
information.
split
I've
it.
got 10.
I got 76.
Yeah, you're freaking rich.
So you can pay 10 and I can pay 10.
I can pay 10. Yeah.
Perfect, and you can pay 1.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So 10, 10, 10, 1.
Yep.
Well, no.
This is
it's
told
30,
now.
10, 10.
And then I
Nine.
will, I will get my, I
One
will,
go- we still have
I
one
will
gold
pay
for
a
information.
That's what I mean.
proper
If we're paying
seamstress
30,
to
he's saying
fix
10,
it up.
10,
my
10.
stupid uniform.
Alright. Unfortunately,
Pay for the info.
so you can drop it off tonight. And she'll have it ready by morning.
Perfect. How much?
For the seamstress. Oh, problem is,
You need to give her some of that smoked weed.
let's see. Are you gonna go to the good seamstress or the bad
The good one.
seamstress?
Well, I'm going to inform you guys to not stay in this hotel because there are people looking for you. I would
Perfect.
stay in probably the other one.
The match.
It's gonna be a gold coin, and it allows you to roll a dice 14.
Perfect.
She might not be able to get it though.
Okay, if the good seamstress can't sew a name
We'll try
tag,
it.
I mean, she might just mess up the guard uniform worse. Just take something.
14!
Oh! Ooh, she nailed it.
Nice.
You now
I am
have a
Obadiah the
perfectly
guard.
fixed guard uniform. Which, yeah, the uniform does actually take up space in your pack. when
Yes.
You're not wearing it.
Rather than wearing my dark garb, I will probably be wearing my guard uniform.
Guard uniform. Gotcha. So you go back, talk to Rat,
Yeah. Pay the 1 gold for
pay the
the
1
info.
gold. He says,
I'll take that over mine.
Well,
interesting. You want to know about this character. For the 1 gold, I'll tell you exactly who can get you inside. Gets a lot of people inside. His name is, as you may have already met him, Winslow.
I knew it.
You could have just asked Winslow.
I thought about asking him right away when I saw him.
But that's alright, now you know.
Yeah.
Now
I
you
mean, it's
know.
only 1 gold.
And then we go to get a room in the mansion.
And
Oh, you get a room at the mansion?
yeah. The people that I'm gonna stay in our old room. I'll pay the extra gold. I think it's better to split up so I'm not seen with you guys.
Alright, a room at the mansion for just the
Just-
3 of you.
Yeah.
We'll go with, it's actually 2 gold at the mansion, so it'll end up
Okay.
being 3 gold altogether. 1 for you and
I'll do it.
2 for you guys.
I want to find Winslow before he's done selling. After I get the info from Rat.
Sure. You run right over there, and
I want
he's still working. And he says, "Oh, why? Hello! I work late into the night because people that go down this alley
Yeah.
need umbrellas at
That's the
all."
impression. That's the impression I got.
Can we double
When
check
I was
the
walking
bottom?
down the alley, I was like, I'd really like to walk down here late at night. Well, that sounds kind of pleasant.
It's pleasant until you run out of an umbrella,
Yeah.
then it's unpleasant.
Very unpleasant.
Yeah, they won't let you in the back.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Mm-mm.
Why don't they just walk around the other way?
It's 2 buildings, ends with a building, so there's
Oh.
no other way.
There's no other way.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
Unfortunate for anyone who doesn't have an umbrella.
Yeah. So I heard you're the type of guy who can get people places that maybe they might not supposed to be. I got money that might or might not end up in your pocket if maybe you can do this.
Where do you need to get into?
Let's say a guard friend of mine forgot his keys and he needed to get into the dungeon without anyone knowing about it so he can get his keys back.
I can't get you into the dungeon. I can get you inside the courtyard.
How close is the courtyard to the dungeon? I'm not a guard. My friend is. He would know, but I don't.
Oh, well, you'll have to ask the guard. I don't know how far the dungeon is. You'll have to find it once you're inside.
Cool.
It's where we want to go. Okay.
I mean, we could do. All right. How much later you gonna be working tonight, Winslow?
Just tell me when you need me, and I'll have someone here to take my place.
I will stop back and let you know when I know.
Alright.
I'm gonna go let everyone know, like, the situation where we're not actually gonna get into the dungeon would be in the courtyard. The sewer would go immediately down into the dungeon, from what I understood, and the guard could get us into the dungeon. Now, if Obadiah, if you're able to get us into the dungeon, we could still do this, but it seems a little bit more risky than I thought before.
Well, I mean, if I'm dressed up as a guard, we should have additional chance to avoid suspicion.
Oh, we gonna avoid suspicion just walking with you.
Well, we have to surrender our weapons, because if we were going to take us to the dungeon like he's going to lock us up, we couldn't exactly have our weapons on
I
us.
mean, yeah, that makes sense.
I don't like being defenseless.
Yeah,
We could just hide the weapons, conceal them.
we could try.
Could we wheel the canoe with us?
Maybe the canoes get locked up in evidence.
Yeah.
And the canoe happens to have all of our weapons in it conveniently.
Just all poking out the
So-
center.
Alternatively, we could throw all of your weapons in.
Oh, you could illusion our weapons.
Well, I could throw them in my ether chest, and then once we're inside, I could pull the ether chest out of the ether and
Yeah, that's good too.
return your weapons.
Well,
Do
that
you need a
Well-
sigil for that, or?
I do need a sigil for that. I have 2 sigils.
My question is, how fast can you pull them out? Like, if somebody discovers us, do
Yeah,
we
that's-
just sit
that's
there
a
and just
problem.
like, weapon, or is it weapon?
Yeah, that's probably more like it.
Oh, that's not
Oh,
good.
that would be unfortunate. I kind of like the canoe idea, wheeling them in.
Well-
Or we could just attempt to conceal them.
We could attempt to conceal them, and if we're caught, you could illusion it, and then we wouldn't have them on us when we're illusioned.
I'm still gonna burn a seal.
Yeah, but that's probably easier to get our weapons out.
It's not,
I mean, granted,
not necessarily.
since we're inside a castle, I mean, unfortunately, we're probably all going to die.
It's gonna
if
be
we get
1
in
to
a
6
fight.
minutes max.
Yeah. I mean, we'd only use it once we got caught with them. We'd attempt to not even use it. I'm not saying it's a great plan, but it is a plan. Or we could just go through the sewer and then have our weapons on us and kill anybody we
Or
see.
you guys could go through the sewer. I could not go through the sewer and
Ooh.
go through the top.
Well, do you know how to? Do you even know where the dungeon is?
Oh, I'm sure I can find a way to get into the dungeon.
I like this idea. We go through the sewer.
Yeah.
We sneak in, we keep our weapons. He goes in defenseless. Well, no, he's a well guard, so he'd have a
Yeah.
weapon. He'll be okay. He'll be fine.
All right.
So what's
die.
exactly in the dungeon that we need?
Tornak, we're getting information from him.
Who's Tornak again?
Oh yeah, you weren't there. He was, you know, Grendel used to be an adventurer kind of like us. He knew Grendel, he like fought with Grendel, and he might be being tortured here and stuff.
Okay.
And we should rescue him, and he knows more information, and I'll bet he'd be on our side and he'd help us with stuff.
If he's there.
If he's there. But Rat's gonna tell me if he's there when
Yeah.
I get back to the inn here.
Yeah.
Wait, when I
And-
paid him for the info, did he know then?
Yeah. He said that there is an individual whose name is likely Thornak, who is down there, and he's alive.
See? He might be another one of your gracious followers too.
Or at least he said he was down there.
When?
Last time you saw him was, probably about a month ago.
Well, why didn't he just double check? He's got a guard friend.
Well, see, apparently what happened was they brought him down there, and there's a back door.
Nobody watches the back
No
door.
one goes through the back door.
That's
He was brought into the back door, never came out. It's a weird, mysterious thing none of the guards know.
Okay.
But we also gotta go beat up the Lord of Shoreside, and it might be easier to start at the dungeon and work our way up.
True, although none of you need to do anything to
Wouldn't
the
that
Lord
be?
of... The what?
The amulet.
The Hell Terror
Yeah.
Crystal? Yeah, you'll need to find that.
So we'll have to kidnap the Lord of Shoreside.
I mean, we can kill him.
I feel like it's
Yeah,
not
at
very
least
bad.
one of you needs to fist him.
Yeah. I think
I will not fist anybody in Duan's honor.
Yeah, Duan. You'll have to save him for Duan.
Yeah,
Oh.
Duan can do all the fisting he wants. I'm not sticking my fist anywhere near a guy.
Alright.
It's fist.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna go back to my
How many?
sailor
Okay.
spot. And
How many pack slots would the Lord of Shoreside take up?
What?
Eight, probably.
He's probably 8. He's a human.
How much is in the canoe?
8. The canoe holds 8.
You can fit him in the canoe.
Or a furlong.
Wait,
Um,
or for blood. Yeah, I could put him in my backpack
You
if I
could
dumped
put-
all my stuff in the canoe.
Yeah.
Or we could tie him to the canoe so he couldn't get up. Because if he's in my backpack, he might just start punching me in the back.
See, the thing is, then we'd have to make camp somewhere for a while. Because we can't exactly go into town taking the Lord of Shoreside after us.
I mean,
How many pack
depending on
slots
where
would the
you
Lord
are.
of Shoreside take up if he didn't have arms and legs?
Much less.
Probably 4.
Probably
One
more.
minus 1 for each limb.
Okay, I can do that.
Torso's worth 3,
I
head's
like
worth
your
1.
style. We burned and paralyzed him.
Well, I was just thinking I could put him in the ether chest
Oh.
I think he dies
and bring him to Duan.
Wait,
To which Duan could do all the
The
fisting.
real question is...
can he live in the ether?
No, the real question is, can he live without air? I don't know.
Well,
don't know.
but okay, is the ether like a state of non-existence?
It's like another dimension.
Yeah.
So...
So it's
Without
out air in another dimension.
I don't think inanimate or animate objects can live in the chest.
You know what? Let's send like a squirrel or something to the ether and bring it back.
It would
and
be
see what
worth
happens.
testing.
You could,
You could
no,
test it.
You've probably done it before, and you probably know just from magical training that things can live for a very short amount of time in the ether chest. So you can send them, as long as you bring it back, within a couple minutes, they're fine.
though.
If you wait for a day or two, there's no chance.
You know,
Unless they have some sort of magical, like you could, you've read that you could put someone into a magical state of stasis, then put them into the ether chest.
I don't
and
have
bring
that
them
spell.
back, and then unstasis them, and they'll be okay.
Do I have that spell?
I don't think there's any spell that does it.
Not that I know of.
Now there might be an item that does it.
So what's your plan? What is
Oh.
your plan? Keep in mind, you'll have to pay another 10 gold
Yeah,
for the location of the
Sewer.
sewers.
yeah.
Didn't we do the merchant idea already? Weren't we,
We
gonna
just
do
paid
that?
1 gold to get the info, and then you're gonna go through the gates normally, and we're gonna go through the sewer. And then we'll meet you in the dungeon.
So we're not doing the merchant idea.
Correct. But you won't have to get shit all over you.
Okay.
well, he probably didn't even need the merchant sneak. I guess he could just walk right in with a guard.
Yeah, but no matter what, the merchant costs 30 gold. No matter how many of us go.
Yeah.
Well,
If you use the merchant.
Yeah.
I mean, there
I
might
thought,
be
I
other
thought
ways
that's
in.
what we were doing. But
Well, we're going through the
not,
sewers.
so-
Well, we'd end up in the courtyard, and we'd be caught the second we're in the courtyard.
Yeah, so go ahead. You can do the sewer thing. I
Well,
will
we'll
walk
do
in
that
through the courtyard.
I would like to craft on my canoe tonight.
Craft on canoe, alright? And what are you crafting on the canoe?
Trying to make it automatic.
Alright, you have your power tools back.
Have you ever thought of like maybe some like pedal system or for the wheels?
3.
3. Unfortunately, you have not quite figured out. You had this brilliant idea. You thought, if I cut this big hole in the bottom, I can Flintstone this thing. Unfortunately, luckily, someone came across as you were about to cut this giant hole in the bottom of your canoe and said, wouldn't that ruin the floating abilities of the canoe? And you said, I knew that, of course I
Yeah,
did.
I was testing you. Just for
So
you.
unfortunately, all your planning on Flintstoning this it got wasted. But it was a good try. It was
Yeah,
that
it was
close.
really close. If only it didn't need to float.
Can I attempt to craft an anointing oil?
Sure. Are you going to pay money at the altar?
I don't have any money.
Alright, let's. No money this.
6.
Ooh, we got 4.
Okay, so I got an anointing oil.
Yep, 4 of them.
Wait, what?
You get 1 per success over,
I
don't
don't
you?
think so, because
No.
anointing oil are free.
Yeah.
Or wait, is it like mage consumables?
I'm thinking they're like mage consumables, but I'm pretty sure. I might be wrong, but I think
This way.
they're.
Wait, you gain +1 anointing oil equal to the difference roll.
Yeah.
Yep. So you get 4.
Wow. Okay.
Anointing are a lot easier to get, huh?
4 of them, I guess.
That helps.
I would have had a lot more holy consumables a while ago.
Alright. Alright. What would you like to do now?
In the morning, I'll pay Rat for the entrance to the sewer.
Alright.
10 gold.
10 gold.
I am out of gold.
Better like loot this place when we go through.
I don't know what's all wrong. Yeah, I'm all set.
All right.
I mean,
All
yeah,
right.
but I just paid full price, and no one, you know.
So you guys enter in through the sewer, you go in through the front gate. Let's see how this goes.
Hopefully we don't end up in a giant fight in the middle
end
of
up
the.
Yeah, we just need to kill anybody who looks like they're about to sound an alarm.
I would assume quietly, right?
Yeah. Well, or just quickly, just to make sure never
So-
an alarm gets sounded.
For safety purposes, I should not blast off a cannon in the. You know.
Yeah.
Especially
I'll
since
try.
there might be like sewer gas-ish type things.
No, that's not fun.
It might be worth having your lave out, to be honest. At all
I'll
times.
probably have to blade actually.
All right, Obadiah. You approach the front gate, and the gate's wide open, and merchants are walking in and walking out, trying to sell stuff in the courtyard, where they have several stalls set up, and the lords and the ladies of the fortress come down and kind of look through all the wares. They buy some stuff, they barter for some stuff, and then they just play with some of the stuff. Talk about how quaint and how unusual and how peculiar it is, and they wander off. As you approach, there's a guard, of course, standing at the front gate. The guard nods to you. What do you do in return?
I'll nod back and just keep walking, like
Alright.
I own the place.
All right, cunning roll.
That will see Scott in the.
Oh no,
Maybe.
it's only a 3.
A 3. All right. The guard that's standing there kind of looks at you like you're not supposed to be there, but he says nothing
Oh.
and allows you to enter.
Just for background, when we went through the sewer, we showed him where it is, and we said we're gonna be around that spot in the dungeon, and then we're just gonna, the second we get down there, we're gonna like hide in the dungeon and wait for Scott to find us,
All right.
just so we have a plan, so we don't just get lost. Like we're running around the dungeon killing stuff, looking for Scott. Let's kill everyone. Is he Scott? No, kill him.
He's somewhere around here.
All right.
All right. All
Um,
right.
Do I know what kind of contraband the guards in the city kind of harp on people for?
What do you mean?
Like if a merchant were caught trying to sell something illegal, would they be thrown in the dungeon, for example?
Roll your cutting.
7.
Nice.
Yes. If someone was trying to be caught, if someone was caught selling something illegal, they could be thrown in the dungeon for that. Most likely, they would be thrown into the city locks, not the dungeon. But, you know, sometimes they are thrown into the dungeon just because it's closer, more convenient, or they really don't like this particular merchant.
Do you know what
Or it's a second
contraband
offense.
would? Does he know which contraband
Throw
would
something
be?
on the table.
There's
and
lots
be
of
like,
there's a lot of stuff that could be illegal. Most of it would be illegal type stuff like
Chemical stuff.
lotus leaves or
Smoke
certain
weed.
chemical explosives.
I'll go around the market stalls inspecting their wares. And since I'm an alchemist, I'm pretty sure I can pick out anything that could be configured into explosive wares, and I will pretend to be a like a magistrate of inspecting goods.
All right. Well, you do look around, and all of the stuff they have is all incredibly safe stuff. It's like soft, furry animals.
Could I plant it?
That'd be hilarious. I
You can
remember a
certainly
campaign
try.
that just started just like this. That was hilarious. When we had to bail Scott off of planting evidence on somebody. Run him out of town for the
Alright.
evidence we planted.
What are you
Just
doing?
might toss it on the table and just.
Is
walk
there
around
anyone
the
selling
rest.
weapons or anything in here?
Yeah, there's one table with a bunch of weapons designed for like knights, and some of the guards are there inspecting. In fact, one of them looks to be just various people from the castle.
Okay.
All the men are.
I'll walk
looking
over
at
to
the
that
weapons.
stall.
All right.
Okay.
There's about 3 guys there. One seems to be maybe a guard. The other 2 are older, and like they have more seniority. But they definitely look like they belong here at the castle.
Are there any crossbows?
Crossbows? Yes, actually. There's 2 different types. One's a heavier version of crossbow, and one's a hand crossbow.
I'll walk over towards where the crossbows are, particularly the hand crossbow.
Yep.
And I'll try and like, when no one's looking, I'll try and like take out one of my deadly poison bolts, and like put it on the table, or pretend that I had picked it up and I'm inspecting it, and because I'm assuming deadly poison is contraband, considering it will murder the shit out of someone.
You would probably assume that's very
Yeah.
safe.
And I will pretend that I'm inspecting this crossbow bolt that was part of the hand crossbow kit.
All right. Let's see if you can pull this off. Let's go with your athletics roll to see how deftly you can grab it.
5. Oh, that's not terrible.
All right. At one point, the merchant is saying, "Oh man, look at this mighty blade! With this, you could fell an oak." And of course, all the men look over, and at that moment, you just. And then they all look back to you, and you pick it up. What do you do now?
I'm gonna pull out the arrow that I had planted, and I'm gonna look. I'm like, "What's this gooey substance on the end of this bolt tip?" And I sniff it. I'll be like, "This smells like contraband." And I'll make a big show out of it.
All right.
I was just thinking over
Let's
this.
roll
I
at
wasn't paying
cutting.
attention to it.
See how effectively you can do
Okay.
this.
That's not good.
Just like it sounds really scripted.
No reroll ability.
This is contraband.
no.
Everyone, look.
No. Like, look. And
Accidentally
I'll
licked
show
the
it.
poison.
Show it to one of the other guards.
Here, look, you'll see.
Like licks the whole thing. Tastes like contraband.
It's like I'm dying.
My tongue tastes like fire. All right. So, you go to lick it, and one of the other guys is like, "Hold on there, soldier!"
Jesus.
And he slams it down into the ground. He looks to you and looks over to the other guy and looks back to you. "You almost died.
What's this?
What? I looked super surprised.
I just thought it was really good
And I'll point at the
psychedelics.
merchant. You tried to kill me.
Murderer!
Shame.
All right.
Shame.
So based on that amazing roll, they decide that this merchant immediately needs to be arrested and tried for his crimes.
In all likelihood, he's an assassin sent to kill the queen.
I agree, and I'll just walk over and help wrestle him and shackle him.
He's like, no, it's not. It was a mistake. It wasn't mine.
So, like, to the dungeons with you.
Executed some form of-
Then, based on your amazing roll, the highest ranking individual there says, no. This guy viewed us trying to assassinate someone here. We can't keep him in the dungeons. You, bring him down to the stocks, in the city stocks. Come on, be off, soldier. Let's go.
Oh, shit.
Sucks. Maybe I'm farther away from us. Farther than where we started.
All right, I have a separate plan. I'll be like, all right, so I'll bring him to the stocks and then I'll come back. And if the stall's still there, I'll be like, after I get back, I'll be like, oh, well, obviously these weapons can't just sit out here. We should lock them up in the guardhouse. There could be more dangerous items
All right.
amongst his stock.
First, though, you're going to be escorting this guy down to the city stocks. Dun, 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 dun. This will take probably about
Poor fool.
at
Just
least
keep punching
30
him in the
minutes.
back and stuff, like
Yeah.
making him feel real bad, even though he didn't do anything.
I thought I was gonna say take him to get his head caught off. Like, we just killed the
We're the good, we're the
city
good
kid,
people framing other people for murder.
All right. Meanwhile, while this is
That was
occurring,
good.
we're going to go
We're
into the dungeons.
Good.
However, before we do the dungeons, why don't we take a 10-minute break?
That's good.
We will find out what happens after our break.